to everybody. My name is Miriam Gangi. I'm in charge of communication and the press office of ANFIA, the Italian Association of the Automotive Industry. ANFIA is one of the 11 partners of SURE5.0 project, a European project within the framework of Horizon Europe program. This project aims to support SMEs to advance in their digital transformation process while becoming more sustainable, resilient, and human-centric. And it is focused on SMEs transformation progress processes, SMEs coming from mobility, transportation, and automotive sector, from aerospace and electronics. This project lasts 3 years, and now we are almost at the end of the project itself. And it is structured in two sequential phases approach. It is structured in two acceleration programs with these two sequential phases approach. The first one focused on the assessment and recommendations about the solutions proposed by the single SMEs, and the second one focused on the actual implementation of Industry 5.0 transition plan. So the webinar of today is the last session of the Learning from Success series, and it will host 3 companies sharing their experiences, lessons learned, results achieved through their transformation processes towards Industry 5.0. Each of them will explain how they approached the implementation of Industry 5.0 principles during and after the SURE 5.0 acceleration program. So the final goal of the event is giving to you all the opportunity of learning from practical experiences related to digitalization, sustainability, and human-centric approaches in the context of Industry 5.0. The first speech will be given by Pedro Fraga, CEO and CTO at Dronemist, who will talk about autonomous drones for building maintenance. Indeed, Dronemist is a pioneering drone company emerging in the field of building maintenance and construction through its innovative application of unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs as they are called. Specializing in the washing and painting of walls, Dronemist has harnessed the powerful autonomous technology, to revolutionize traditional methods and redefine the way we maintain and beautify our built environments. The second speech will be given by Keylany Hassine, CEO and founder at Istya, who will talk about the path of his company towards a more resilient, sustainable, and human-centric industrial model, focusing on the 3 strategic pillars of sustainability, resilience, and Industry 5.0. Istya is at the forefront of transforming indoor environments with sophisticated AI-driven technologies, using advanced sensors, generative AI, and predictive AI applications. Specializing in air quality management, this company delivers powerful solutions that proactively monitor, predict, and enhance air quality, and are also tailored to significantly cut down the energy expenses associated with ventilation. As a result, they empower businesses and homes to be more energy conscious, safer, and health-oriented. The third speech will be given by Vladan Zdravkovic from Tech Trinity. Tech Trinity is an SME specializing in non-destructive testing solution for industrial and research applications. It offers advanced inspection services, equipment calibration, and consulting. This company joined the SURE 5.0 project to accelerate its digital transformation, integrate AI and data analytics into its non-destructive testing workflows, integrate IoT in its processes, implement augmented reality and virtual reality in its services, and develop new competitive service models for Industry 5.0 demands. So now, before starting, I'll only remind you that the recording of the present webinar will be available in a few days on SURE5.0 project.eu, SUREproject.eu website. So now let's start with the first speech. Another thing I would like to remind you is that we will have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar. So if any of you have some questions, you can put them into the chat during the speeches, and we will deal with them at the end of the webinar. So now let's start with the first speaker. So Pedro Fraga, please, the floor is yours.
So hi, my name is Pedro Fraga. I'm the CEO and CTO of Dronemist. As Miriam said, is a startup that's using drones for building maintenance. So I'm just going to give a small introduction in the autonomous robots. We are seeing autonomous robots everywhere right now. Then I'm going to jump to civil construction. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about Dronemist, and after our journey with SURE 5.0 and how it's helping us evolve. So I guess we all notice that everything is changing, right? Autonomous robots are showing everywhere, not only like the dog-like robots from Boston Dynamics, as also small delivery robots to Teslas with these autonomous self-driving capabilities. This is just beginning. We are seeing this just a few years now, and is evolving very rapidly, especially with machine learning. And soon enough, we'll probably be flying in aerial drones from point A to point B instead of our cars. Let's hope so. So there are in civil construction, there are a lot of challenges. Civil construction is unpredictable, is in outdoor environments with heavy equipment, is a very labor-intense and manual processes. So safety is always a concern in these type of environments. Of course, also these usually are big things, are big projects, and there is regulatory and cost complexities of all. Besides this, all of this, civil construction is one of the fields that is one of the lowest adopting innovation. Is very inflexible, and they just don't like to change. Civil construction is very slow to change, but still we are seeing things changing. We are seeing the first 3D printed buildings. We are seeing drones for mapping and planning and execution of buildings. And we also seeing autonomous drones for scanning and maintenance during the construction period. And now Dronemist is going to join to the fold. So just a little bit about more problems in building maintenance. So one of the big issues is the risk factor associated. So there are accidents because it's a work in height, and there are some accidents that can be prevented. So this is about human centricity, and one of our main goals is to avoid this type of issues. Also, these types of building maintenance is expensive. Usually there is no human resources for doing it. Just in Portugal, for instance, is 19,000 shortage of civil constructions workers. And of course, all the heavy equipment, scaffoldings, is very inconvenient and is not sustainable. You need a lot of heavy equipment, which is not good for the environment. So all of these problems led us to develop Dronemist. Dronemist is a fully integrated and fully autonomous solution that will tackle three issues: washing, painting, and later on, this is a 5-year plan, feature repairment. So how it works is very easy. We have our drone that's called Misty. So Misty first does a 3D mapping of the building, and then later on, when that 3D mapping is rendered, an operator can choose what operation to execute and where to execute it. So there are a lot of benefits using Dronemist. We like to focus on human safety human centricity. But there are a lot more. Of course, it's cost effective, it's plug and play. You just have to take the drone and a few more equipment to start operations, and it easily goes to every part of the building. So even if one part of the building, let's say, is not well painted, you can easily go there. You don't have to assemble scaffoldings to go there again. It's very easy to do it. So our journey with SURE 5.0 starts in 2024, where Dronemist is also created in 2024. And with SURE, we finish our development of our first prototype, Misty 1.0. We also put a patent on our proprietary spraying system, and we are now developing and the manufacturing of our Misty 2.0. Misty 2.0 is the one that we are going to the market. We are still not taking, even though there are partnerships, we are not taking clients right now. We are making sure that everything is okay and ready for it. But it's Misty 2.0 that we're going to hit the market. So in our journey with SURE 5.0 starts with Misty 1.0. So with 1.0, there were a lot of things that we had to do. So we test different solutions of sensors for the 3D mapping and make sure that there is resilience with our solution. So we tried LiDAR, stereo for computer vision, and also design interfaces for the operators. So obviously, an operator will have to choose where the drone should paint or wash, and those interfaces have to be adjusted and be user friendly. Also, in Misty 1.0, there are a lot of subsystems that have to be manufactured with both internally or with subcontractors associated with SURE 5.0. So on the left, you see the full system, the full spray system that we patent on. And then a gimbal that is a stabilizer for the spraying system, one of the subsystems, was subcontracted with partners offshore that help a lot. So we finished, this is Misty 1.0, and here is not a complete picture of it. So we tested on operational testing, and we are ready to move on to Misty 2.0. So in Misty 2.0, there are a lot of things that have to be taken care of. One of the things, for instance, is cybersecurity. One of the issues is resilience. For us, it's very important, resilience. And for instance, with SURE 5.0, we saw with Fraunhofer that the best way to make sure that the drone would not be hackable. Every system is hackable, but the most secure way that we could think of is everything be connected with the cable. And that's the way we are going to move forward. So we are also developing our plan for smart manufacturing. So we will have to manufacturing our drones. We are with Ayman, that is also a partner from SURE 5.0, that are helping us to define how we're going to manufacture these drones. We're going to need quite a lot. And of course, there's also the green focus that's important in today's world. So we are trying to make sure that our paints are organic as most as we can do it, that we are efficient in our use of water, And of course, we're gonna focus on using renewable systems, and we are trying to find a partner to help us develop this power supply. It's still ongoing. We still didn't find the right partner, but we are pretty sure that we're gonna find it very soon. Also, we're going to focus on training our resources. So there is a transition between the construction workers to drone operators. So low skill jobs, we're going to transform those low skill jobs in high skill jobs. Of course, this is still ongoing. It's not for now, but it's one thing that we're going to do. We're going to provide these trainings for our operators. So in conclusion, with SURE 5.0, we finished our first prototype, our MISTY 2.0, with all the lessons in resiliency and human centricity, just interfaces and safety. We are moving those lessons to MISTY 2.0 and start testing our first prototype of MISTY 2.0 in operation conditions. We still didn't do it, but we're going to do it soon. It's been running quite a lot in Portugal. Let's hope it stops. And then with SURE, we're going to start as soon as possible, as soon as we did all the testing, the manufacturing setup for MISTY 2.0. And of course, with all of this, we are always make sure that we have our sustainability criteria and make sure that we try to do everything we can to make sure that we have a sustainable solution. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Okay, thank you very much, Pedro, for interesting speech. You are really opening a new frontier in building maintenance and construction sector, and I hope this new business could make this sector more and more safer and also efficient, passing from low-skilled workers to high-skilled workers, as you explained. Now, let's switch to the second speaker, Keylany Hassine, CEO and the founder at Istya, who will present the experience of this company throughout the SURE 5.0 acceleration program. So please, Keylany, the floor is yours.
So my name is Keylany. I am the CEO and co-founder at Istya. So at Istya, we help factories and cities to be more resilient in energy, while we'll help them to improve indoor air quality. So we work with corporate cities, but also manufacturer. So we are a manufacturer that address also challenge for other manufacturer. So the challenges around indoor air quality and energy efficiency of the HVAC, it's that they represent almost $8 trillion of impact on the global economy. And HVAC, especially in industry, represents more than 40% of the energy consumption of the buildings. So to challenge that, we have created a solution, a patent sensor that monitors indoor environment that is manufactured in France. So the key difference of this factor is that it's modular, so you can choose which kind of pollutant you have inside. So that allows us to target different kind of customer, from factories for cars, car factories, to offices, for example. And another thing that makes it different is that we have integrated extrapolation algorithm, so we can cover more space and reduce the number of the sensor that our customer need. That make the solution more sustainable and reduce the carbon impact of our sensors and solution. The second part of our solution is a SaaS. So we have worked on one of the main challenge on IoT, on energy efficiency and air quality. It's how we can make the data very understandable for the client, but also how we can empower them to take the data and turn it into action. So we have created generative AI that take the data from our sensor, but also all sensor of the factories, and we can turn it into report action plan, something that is very easy to understand and very fast to do, and they can have action plans so they can act after. And the second AI that we have in the SaaS, it's a predictive AI. So we predict the air quality in the future up to 97% of accuracy. And we use that data to control all the HVAC system, the heating, the ventilation, and the cooling, and also the vacuum for the factory. So our journey into the Industry 5.0 was also driven by the fact that we wanted to have a solution that is more sustainable, but we want also to accelerate our industrialization and commercialization. So we have set 3 core pillars. The first one is sustainability, so how we can make our solution more resilient and with less impact. And the second pillar is the resilience. It's how we can build a manufacturing or productive or an assembly line that is stronger and be resilient. And the last pillar, it's the Industry 5.0. So how we can make our production more smarter. For the first one, the sustainability, we have worked on the PCB itself. So because the modularity, we had a lot of parts that are additional, and it was something more impactful in terms of carbon. So we have redesigned it into this project, and we meet the goal that we have set up to reduce the carbon footprint of the PCB by 50%. And we started also the journey of recycling. So how we manage the after sales service for our client, how we can also turn this waste into a new product. So that was our journey into the sustainability for the SURE 5.0 project. The next pillar, which was resilient, and we worked a lot on the resilience, of course, on the supply chain and the mitigation plan, but we worked on the publication and scientific publication on how we can, how SMEs can go to industrialization more easier, and we have worked on a collaboration with Renault Group. So the Renault Group has a factory in France, and they have a lot of space. So what we have done is that we have talked with the Renault Group and said, okay, you have space, you have machine, you have staff, so maybe we can use it. So we can reduce, of course, the money that we need to have to build the factory, but also the time and the expertise. And this collaboration lead to a new way of production with industrial co-working. So we use one factory with different company, so it's more resilient, it's more sustainable, and we can accelerate and access to knowledge and exchange and co-innovation. The last pillar was how we can enter to the Industry 5.0. And it was something hard because we start from the beginning. We didn't have IoT to monetize. We didn't have data. And what we have done is to work with the consortium SURE 5.0 to say, okay, maybe now it's not the moment to have a lot of IoT, AI, and everything, but how we can start the journey. And what we have choose is to work on the quality. So we have an IoT, which with a microcontroller and a camera can detect the anomaly into our sensors. So we reduce the manual checking by 90%. And it was like a good way to start with IoT and AI, something very kind of easy to set up, something that is easy to buy for the microcontroller and the camera, and something easy also to trace and to set up. So maybe the last point has also we expanded to new markets. especially in Morocco, we have duplicate the same model that we have done with Renault. So not only the industrial co-working, it's something that it's more resilient and more financially accessible, but it's also a new way to set up a factory in new countries. So we work now also with Moroccan industrial to set up a line of production, so we can improve the supply chain into new markets. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Keylany. Very interesting contribution from you. And I'll only remind to the audience that if they have some questions, they can put them into the chat and we will deal with them at the end of the webinar in our Q&A session. Now let's switch to the third speaker, Vladan Zdravkovic from Tech Trinity, who will talk about using AI in non-destructive testing. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I will tell you how SURE help us mostly to implement AGI in non-destructive testing and transfer NDT for the digital future. So we are a small SME specialized in non-destructive testing solution for industrial and research applications. We offer advanced inspection services, equipment calibration and consulting. And our key advantage is advanced NLP solutions that we are implementing on all our products and services. So why SURE5.0? Firstly, we joined SURE5.0 to accelerate our digital transformation, integrate AI and data analytics in all our products and workflows, integrate IoT in our process, implement AR and VR in our services, and develop new competitive service models for Industry 5.0 demands. As you can see, we were over-ambitious. We haven't fulfilled everything, but I mean, for us, results were really great, and we done a lot. We purposely actually aimed for higher, for more things than what we knew. Not everything would be possible, but yeah, we thought, okay, let's aim for higher, and then whatever we do, it will be good. So we had 6 really transformation needs. The first one, and for us the most important, was AI and data integration support. Then it was interoperability and IoT readiness. We were very weak on IoT. Workforce upscaling and change management. We didn't have processes in place to support that. Standardization and data sharing protocols. It was also very important for us because we understood that there are problems. We had quality problems among others, so we knew this is a problem. We need to improve our partnerships and establish innovation ecosystem, and finally to increase funding and allow us to scale easier. So those are aspects of needs that we were hoping to get from SURE5.0. Access to modular AI tools, and in that respect, we get some results. Actually, we got a lot of in that respect. We hope, although we just to explain that we also are joining another project that we hope that the things we start with SURE5.0 will develop further. There are some of the partners from the SURE5.0 in that project. Then what was for us very important was support in developing explainable AI models to maintain trust and regulatory compliance. And there we even tapped to one field where we actually didn't expect help, and that's AI for composites, something that we were missing completely. And thanks to SURE5.0, we are starting to go to that direction. AIoT readiness. So we are working on that. Again, thanks to SURE5.0, we couldn't touch this without help of it. We didn't have funding for this, and we found it really interesting and Again, we didn't finish the process, but it's long process, and we hope it will be finalized in some foreseeable future. Workspace upskilling and change management, we done really a lot of there. We conducted with the partners from the program training processes in AI, data science, and digital tool, specifically designed for our needs. We completed all courses except one from the program that was also very interesting for us and useful. And I think that we are on a good way to completely, we actually redesign our frameworks and ease our culture and operational transitions. In some respects, we didn't manage. So, for example, we still are a male organization. We hope that we will have at least one female engineer or two in some future. So this is something. There are a lot of things. Actually, to be fair, we actually see this as a process, and we have never really imagined anything to finish with a project. We think we build a really great base to continue this, and this we hope is, by the way, never-ending process. So always try to be better and to improve further. We started ISO and SIA accreditation. It's again, it's a long process. Without SURE5.0, we couldn't do that. We didn't. We made a push to stronger and ecosystem. We expanded our network, and I think this was also great help. And finally, funding and scaling mechanisms. We improved our investor pitch. We improved our sales materials. We started some new activities. We are also pivoting with a cheaper product, for example. That's were all results from the project. So, what are our biggest transformation challenges? Digital transformation barriers, workforce and skill gap, market pressure, regulatory complexity, funding and scale-up risk. Again, I couldn't tell that we resolve all our challenges, but I think we are on really good pathway to improve in, and I actually, to be honest, we really improved in any of those aspects. Again, not finalized work, and as everything, this is the process, and I think we couldn't done anything of this without help from SURE. So for us, really were great. So what are solutions? And just to tell you something, this is just a part of the aspects we did. So, for example, we also scratch AR and VR, and I even didn't mention it. We done initial work on this, and there are some other very important things. The only thing that we really finalized in lean transformation of all our processes, value stream mapping, and what I also didn't mention here, because to be honest, before the project, we even didn't understand properly DPP. So now we have our DPP beta version. It's not finalized, of course, because the standard is also not finalized. But I think we are the first in the region who did that kind of work. Yeah, I didn't mention we are from Serbia, so Central East Europe. What are our results and benefits? So technological advancements partly executed. Our AI enhanced entity analysis tool are operational. They are not flawless, but they are working. Cloud integration for remote data access and monitoring that we didn't have at all is now working. It's not perfect. We are only providing now for one provider, but I hope in maybe 3 months we will have Azure, AWS, and Google all in place. We made a really solid progress in operational improvements. we're doing much faster and more accurate diagnostics. We improve our, depending from the case to the case, between 20 and 50% is improvement in precision. And as I said, we fully integrated lean production principles. We reduced manual workflow and human error. Our error and malfunction was really relatively high because we are startups. So I think we really improved. We made solid progress there. Business growth, partly. We established new revenue stream through predictive maintenance service that we had it in pipeline, but we didn't have it in reality. And I think we increased competitiveness in Industry 5.0 markets because we are now really an Industry 5.0 player, if I may say so. We made sustainability impact. We extended the asset lifespan, what is very important for us because some of our products are harmful for the environment, and we reduced significantly waste and resource consumption. So I think on that level, we also made a great progress. So what are key lessons and recommendations for there are no, as far as I understand, there are no new cohort, but there will be similar projects. And I think our mistakes should be lessons for others to avoid to make mistakes as we are. Our timing should be different and we should be much more proactive, aggressive with the partners. That's a mistake that we made. And yeah, but I think we would do it differently now, but okay, it wasn't so bad. Interdisciplinary collaboration accelerates problem solving, so we should work more, although from the start we were very interdisciplinary, but it should be even more pressure to do this. We were missing to include some potential partnership to extend this, and this is again a lesson. And AI integration requires flexibility and continuous learning. We had to put a lot of resources on learning on AI field, and it's so fast changing. So even in these 6 months or a year, let's say a year of project, because there were 2 phases, it's completely changing in our domain. So what be our recommendations to other SMEs? Be more proactive, aggressively leverage support networks like SURE or whatever other projects. Start small, validate early, and scale strategically. And invest equally in technology and workforce development. So this is all. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Vladan, for your contribution. I think you did a lot of work throughout the acceleration program of SURE5.0 project, and I wish you will soon achieve all the goals you put on the table for your company. And I would thank our speakers for their contribution. It was a very useful session. And I hope it has been useful also for our audience. So have a nice day, you all, and see you soon for the next initiatives.